couple weeks ago, I asked one of my soccer coaches for help and guidance to help me unlock my full potential in my soccer career. And currently I play in the twos, so the second team, or the first team below the senior team. And I want to be pushing for the senior team by the end of the year. I think I'm good enough. However, I also get very frustrated because I also feel that I am the person who is holding me back. And I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to figure out why I'm the person who is holding me back. I asked my coach and we had a good 10-15 minute conversation. And what I got out of that was I am the one who has to figure it out. He cannot be the one who can tell me why it's X, Y, or Z. For me, it's up here. And if my mind is the only thing that is stopping me from getting to that level, it is also the very thing that will get me to that level. So after this conversation, I started journaling, trying to figure out why I'm so hard on myself. And I came to the conclusion that I was scared of making mistakes. I was scared of making mistakes. I did not want to make any mistakes. I wanted to be able to please everyone and make the perfect decision, the perfect pass each and every single time I get the ball. And in reality, that is not the case whatsoever. That is never going to happen. And I use soccer as an example because for me, it's something that's close to home. However, it can be used in any context whatsoever. Whether you're working in retail, whether you're working in hospitality, whether you're at school, at university, even if you're just at home and you make a mistake, that's okay, because at the end of the day, we're human. We will make mistakes and nobody is perfect. The biggest thing that I still struggle with is accepting that I will make mistakes. Especially with my soccer, I don't like when I lose the ball, especially if it's an unforced error, whether that be because I played the wrong pass or I just didn't hit a target. I just need to acknowledge that it's okay, the intent was there and that I'm doing all the right things. It's just the execution that isn't paying off now. And I know that in future, that execution will pay off. The really hard thing for me to accept was I didn't want to make mistakes because I cared about what other people thought of me. And I cared about their opinion. When in reality, that is not something that I just can't control what others are going to think of me. And I'm not going to please everyone. Meaning sometimes if I make a pass over there, when the guy on this side was free, obviously the guy on this side's not going to be very happy, is he? And there's nothing I can do about it. If I didn't think that pass was on in that point in time, even when it was, and yes, I could make a mistake, I'm not ruling that out, but so be it. It's just one little mistake. And if it leads to a goal because I turned the ball over, so be it. That is out of my control. The result is out of my control. It is not something that I can directly impact. I can indirectly impact the result through my actions, but I can't directly change the result solely by myself, because a whole list of things have to happen for the result to change, to be impacted. The reason I'm telling all of you this is because right now I'm on a journey trying to familiarize myself and be comfortable with making mistakes, because I know I'm not perfect. No, I'm not even close, and no one ever is. As much as we might think it, no one is perfect. And getting used to not pleasing everyone, not caring about what others think of me, and not caring about their opinions is exactly what will help me become more comfortable with making mistakes. And that's something that I want you guys to become more familiar with too. Be on this journey with me to becoming more familiar with making mistakes and more comfortable with making mistakes. Because at the end of the day, mistakes are how you learn. You don't learn from doing something perfectly the very first time. You learn from making mistakes, either self-reflecting in the moment, an hour later, or even watching a video of whatever you have done. If you're playing sport, if you're pouring a cocktail, or if you're pouring a beer, it doesn't matter. But you learn from making mistakes. That is how you learn. So I think it's very important to make mistakes for the reasons I just explained. So why don't we seek mistakes? Seek out trying to make mistakes. Obviously, don't do them on purpose, but embrace them. When you make mistakes, oh well, what can I learn from it? And then we move on. Like I said, this is something that I am working on, trying to get better at, to implement into my soccer, but also my overall life. And I hope you guys can too. And as always, change starts with you.